Something funky tonight. You guys are gonna help me out. Okay. Hi. Y- I thought we'd do a little behind the scenes, like impromptu here. Hi, happy Small Business Appreciation Week to everybody. Um, Come here, sis. Come here. For those of you who don't know, this is my doggy Zeus. Zeus. He's kind of our local tube mascot. Thought I'd introduce you guys. So on Wednesday nights, we're going to be doing fireside chats to just talk about, stuff. So I thought I would jump on here and have you guys help me out with a couple things. Because I don't know what it looks like from your side. So I thought we'd check audio and check the lighting. And whether you're with me live or later, let me know how this is working. So the idea behind these fireside chats is just really kind of a casual Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, that we're going to sit and chat about stuff relating to small businesses. Mostly from kind of the perspective of, as a consumer out there who's interested in supporting small businesses, what are your challenges? And each week we'll do this and we'll have different things to talk about, and I will challenge you guys and start a conversation. And so I'm still working on all of this and figuring it out. And hi, one of our awesome vendors, Casey Aesthetics. We love you. Yeah, we're just gonna get together every Wednesday night and we're going to talk about why is it challenging and what are the challenges of supporting local and buying local and supporting small businesses, and how can we fix it? I figure if we have a conversation, then we can, I know you don't like it, then we can start to fix it, right? So we're just going to get together and we're going to drink some wine. I'm going to encourage you to grab a glass of whatever it is that you like. For me, it's wine. So, oh, you want some? Hey, come in. No, come back here. Come lay down. Come lay down. Come on. He says, oh, it's wine time. It's time to relax. He usually goes and sits over there. So he was ready. But what I want to do tonight is just kind of have you guys help me out with audio and lighting and talk a little bit about what are some of your questions about supporting small. I know I didn't pitch this or tell anybody we were going to be on or anything like that, so it's totally okay if nobody shows up on the stream. But if you're on the stream, I'd love to know about the lighting, because I am not a tech pro, so you guys are going to help me out. Cheers. I love small business, little micro vineyards. We have tons in my area. I'm in the Portland, Oregon, Vancouver, Washington area, and we have tons. So we're going to be featuring some wineries too, just because it's fun. But grab a glass of whatever you like to drink and join us on Wednesday nights. Okay, so let's troubleshoot lighting for a minute. Yeah? All right, let's do it. So I have a couple different streams up right now. Some of you are watching from Instagram, some of you are watching from Facebook, some of you are watching from YouTube Live. So welcome to all of you. And I don't know how it looks on the different platforms. I have a fireplace going behind me. I have some soft lights. I can move those lights, so let me know what works better. So that seems way too harsh to me, but let's see what it looks like. Okay, that's another option. So like on my Instagram feed, that looks way too much. But on YouTube, that looks good. I don't know. Maria says it looks good. Is it? Is this better, or is it better further out? Oops, hang on. Okay, closer in or further out? Which one do you guys like better? I don't know. And I'm going to do one more. Hang on. So that's like my overhead light, with or without the overhead light. I think it's probably better with, just because it's so dark. So one more. You guys are awesome. Hold on. Stay there, Zeus. I should have had my son help. Okay. I turned on one more light. No, sit down. No, come here, sit down. Come here, sit down. Okay, I turned on another light in front of me. Is that any better? Let me know. Lighting and and audio are good. Awesome. Okay, so if you guys have feedback, hit me with it. We'll play with it. Audio, I am using yes what, Maria? I love that you said yes, but I don't know yes to what. So I guess it's yes to the extra light helps. So we'll just turn them all on. All right, so I hope you have your preferred beverage of whatever it is that you like to consume on a nice Friday night. So cheers. I am drinking a red blend from, today's is not a local winery, shame on me. But next week will be. We're actually going to feature one of our awesome vineyards that's on our Local Tude app. So this is Caraco Serrano. Caraco Serrano. Anyway, it's Humilia. I don't know if I'm saying that right at all, but this one is actually I can't tell you where it's from because the grapes come from one place, the place that imports it is one place, and the place that sells it is another place. So definitely not what I'm shooting for small businesses. Go, Christina. But anyway, okay. Thank you, Maria. It looks and sounds good. So let's just talk for a minute about, this is really what these wins. I know we're doing Friday night today to test the lighting and everything. And I just kind of jumped on and thought, oh, let's try it. But what we're going to be talking about is, it's just fireside chats, community hour. Let's talk about the challenges of supporting local. I think there are tons out there. So first of all, just answer yes or no in the comments. Do you think it's hard or challenging in any way to buy from local small businesses? Yes or no? Just drop it in the comments, whether you're here live or whether you're here later. Yes or no in the comments. Do you find it challenging in any way to, buy from small businesses? There's all this talk out there, but do you find that it's challenging? The premise Local Tude is built on is that it is challenging for consumers because it's not always top of mind. It's not always convenient. It's not like you can swing by on your way home. It's not always inexpensive, or that's the perception. And there's this real big challenge to finding it. Hey, I want to go out to eat at a new place. Let's go find something. I'll look it up on Google. No, because they're just going to show me what they want me to see. So that's the whole premise of the Local Tude app. So what I want to just start chatting about is this open forum where we can talk about the challenges, where we can talk about the fact that it is actually not always the simplest thing, because if we start talking about it, then maybe we can with an open forum, maybe we can start to fix some of those challenges. I think that there's this block, if you will, between small business owners and communities because everything's run through corporations. And so there's no direct communication. So the whole goal of Localtude is to connect you guys. And so I'm your conduit. And so use me as a conduit. So after you drop in the comments, yes or no, whether you find it challenging, I have another question for you. So let's see how to phrase this. What are the things you find challenging when you go to shop small or buy from local businesses? What are those things? I mean, it could be anything. All right, local, yes, we have a, yes, it's challenging. Okay, what is challenging? What are the specific things that you find as a consumer, you know? Maybe you want to go out with friends. Maybe you're going out with your family. Maybe you have weekly things you always buy from a place. Maybe Amazon's just easier. You know, I want this fireplace chat hour to be something that you guys feel completely, utterly comfortable with just being honest. Because if we can't be honest, then we can't fix it, right? And if you're a small business owner and you're here, great, awesome. I love that you're part of the conversation. I think that's huge. I think that showing up for your community and hearing what's hard for them helps you connect to them, right? I mean, the whole point is we're trying to draw a direct line between you guys so that the challenges they have and the challenges you have get fixed. I mean, it's really as simple as that. So, what challenges? Okay, we've got Jody. Oh, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in forever. Hi. Sorry, you just made me smile. Expensive. Okay, so, you know, there's this perception out there that it is expensive to buy from local businesses. And it's not just a perception. It is or can be more expensive. And that's kind of one of the cool things is that if we can make it affordable by drawing together the needs of the small business and the community members, then maybe it doesn't have to be so expensive if we're not paying so much overhead for advertising, you know? So maybe we can help that. But also I think there's this perception out there that it is more expensive when in reality it's a lot of times it's not actually more expensive. You're just paying for different things, or the products are actually priced the same, but you don't know how to find the businesses that are pricing the products the same. That locating those deals is huge. We've got sometimes I think it's local, but it's actually a chain or a franchise. We were just talking about this today within within the Localtude group, the staff here. I also don't support MLMs. Don't consider them small businesses. Okay, so these are two more awesome things to talk about. We were talking about the first one just today, so I'm going to start there. You know, we were talking about how, you know, some of these businesses we frequent and we're like, I'm shopping small. Look at me. I'm awesome. And then you realize it's a franchise and you're like, well, freaking, how am I supposed to win here? You know? And that's one of the, I guess, the key components to what we're doing with Localtude is we are really focused on what we're calling micro businesses. The mom and pop shops, the solopreneurs, the little guys. We are not including multi-level marketing companies. We're not including franchises. We're not including small businesses that are over 50 employees. And originally we were going to stick with 10 or under employees. But then we got some pushback from like a couple different entities, mostly grocery stores, like really truly local grocery stores who have multiple shifts who come in and they have more than 10 employees. That's fair. Or restaurants, same deal. They have multiple shifts, and that's fair. So we upped it to 50, and we're keeping it under 50 employees because we're really looking at the micro businesses. And to be fair, as we come around to this conversation about multi-level marketing, the people out there on the ground doing this, the people out there on the ground, busting their tails to run their own businesses from home through MLMs, go you, awesome. The Localtude app is not the place for you, but that's okay. I mean, that doesn't mean you're not an amazing person and you're not doing amazing things, but for the purposes of the app, we have to focus on a contingent that we are really able to help right now. And a lot of MLMs have asked us, can you do a separate app just for us? And maybe in the future. But the reality of what we're doing with Localtude is we're really focusing on the one entity, the one group that nobody else focuses on for some reason. Everybody talks about it, but there's no real solution out there to find the little guys, right? So we're helping you find the little guys and we're helping connect you. So yeah, I love that we're able to vet that for you, that we're able to run them through a filter for you so that when you go onto the app, you already know they're micro businesses. You don't have to worry about that. We've done that for you. Because yeah, I went to the, just up the street here to my local strip mall, and I was looking around and I'm like, I wonder how many small businesses are in this strip mall. And I was pleasantly surprised to find there were quite a few, but then I looked in the strip mall across the street and literally not a single one of them was an actual legitimate micro business that is independently owned and operated. And so it was kind of exciting to be like, no, because what we're really focused on is getting those people that aren't getting an entity that is under them supporting them, like a franchise or a big name or an MLM or somebody else who has that corporate, liftoff, is helping them market. We get to target all the people that are not having any help marketing. So I am excited about that. I'm excited about the fact that we can help you start to decipher who is a small business, who is a micro business. I'm sorry, there's lots of small, amazing businesses out there, but who's a micro biz? And if I really want to support within my community, within my pocket, if I want to keep the profits inside my community, who do I go to? That's pretty cool. So thank you for that feedback. And the other thing you were talking about is that or another comment that I have here is that it's a challenge to find them, a challenge to spur of the moment, if you will, impulse shopping. How many of you go out, just do a post me in the comments if you ever with you or your family or your friends are like, I want to go get blank now. Post me in the comments because I do this all the time. I'm like, I don't want to cook tonight. I want blank. Hey, I'm really craving ice cream. Let's go get ice cream. You know what I want to do? I want to go see a show or whatever it is, but it's spontaneous. And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, let's go do it. And then I can't find anything. And then I get frustrated. And then I end up going to a chain. Anybody? Or is it just me? Drop me in the comments. Oh, thank you, Jody. We have to connect soon. I love it. I haven't talked to you guys in so long. It's good to see you. So yeah, I would love to hear what other challenges you guys have. And even if we're not live here anymore and you're watching us on the replay, shout it out. We'll come in and comment. Really the whole point of what will be our Wednesday night fireside chats, community connection, is just to start the conversation, start talking about what's hard. Because if we don't talk about it, we can't fix it. So let's see. I know a lot of you guys don't have anything to do like me tonight, and so you can hang out with me. So let's think of another great question. Like I said, I didn't plan this. I kind of just jumped on. I'm like, I have to figure out my lighting. You know what? My community can help me figure out my lighting. Because that's what we're doing, is connecting people, right? And to get that community connection, we have to talk to each other. And I might not be able to talk to you in person, but I can talk to you right here, which is pretty cool. And we have Zeus with us, which is awesome. All right, tell me what you're drinking, or if you're not to drinking yet because it is only 6:30, what are you eating for dinner tonight? I'd love to know. I have not planned out my dinner yet tonight. Shame on me. I'm thinking I'm probably just going to make a big taco salad tonight. That sounds good. So salad sounds good. And I have all the stuff for it in my fridge. So taco salad for me tonight. What are you having? Shout it out in the comments. I'd love to hear. And if any of you, have a pick, I don't know. Okay, does anybody know? This is a really great question. Can you drop a picture in the comments? Can you drop a picture of your dog or friend, or, we call him, this is Zeus. We call him our mascot around here. Who's your mascot? It might be a bird. It might be a cat. But I don't actually know if you can drop a picture in the comments. Does anybody know? See all the things I'm learning right here with you? Yeah, I don't know if you can do that or not. On my end, it looks like I can add a comment. I can't do it on YouTube. I don't know if I can do it on Facebook. Anyway, if you can, drop me a picture and then I'll know. And if you can't, then you can just tell me you can't. And then I know for future broadcasts. But you can at least shout out the name of your mascot, your furry friend, whoever that is, cat, dog, bird, snake. Maybe they're not furry. Maybe it's a snake or a lizard. I don't know. Anyway, I love that we are going to get to start a conversation. Again, the whole point of coming on tonight was to test my lighting and to test our setup and to test our audio and make sure we can connect with you on Wednesday. So Wednesday, look for us. Okay. So my eyes are horrible. I should wear glasses while doing this because I love that comment, Marco the pug. But what I read, and you're going to laugh, was Marco the pig. I'm like, you have a pig. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. I grew up with a potbelly pig. As a teenager, we had a potbelly pig. So I was like, oh my gosh, somebody else has a pig, but it's a pug, which is also awesome. So, and thank you. It didn't work. Okay. So no pictures in comments. Good to know. Thank you for the help. I appreciate it. And for anybody else watching now or later, yeah, well, bugs close to piggies. Yeah, Anyway, Zeus left us because I was talking about him, and he gets shy and embarrassed, which is the funniest thing. Anytime I talk about him, he leaves. Like, he will leave the room if I start talking about him, unless I'm telling him it's dinner time, and then he's right in my face. But that's just, I was going to say human reaction, but he's not a human. He thinks he's a human, but he's not a human. How, Papa? How am I Zeus your man? Zeus is a tripod, if you didn't see when he walked by. He is probably the most awesome tripod in the world. 6 hours after his surgery, he ran up a flight of stairs and he hasn't stopped since. He kayaks with me, snowshoes, hikes. He's 14 and he is still going strong. He acts like he's 6. He's pretty amazing. So, all right, you guys. I am going to ask one more question and drop it in the comments for me. Let's see. We've talked about challenges of supporting small. We've talked about what you're having for dinner. We've talked about your awesome pets. And if you are joining us on the replay, feel free to drop in the comments all of those things because I would love to hear from you. And let's see, one more question today. Again, I did not plan this out. I have no plan for today except for to test the lighting. But since you guys are here and I'm talking to you, I love that I get to talk to you. So one more question. Let's see. What's a good question, Zeus? What would you ask? That's the question. What question do you have for small business owners? What's the one thing you wish you could ask small business, micro business owners in general? You know, there's all this talk about supporting local small businesses, and yet there's no conversation between community and small business owners, you know. So what is the thing that you would, if you had, you know, an audience of micro business owners at your fingertips, or maybe what is the one thing you would ask as a consumer from them? Like, what would make it easier? Maybe that's a better question. What would make it easier for you as a consumer if small businesses were able to give you that, or engage with you that way, or answer a particular question about? I think that's an important piece of the conversation, that unless you know, I mean, we all know small business owners, right? We all know people who own small businesses. I made my team here at Local 2 today do this exercise. I made them write down 20 people, 20 businesses they either support or people they know who run small businesses. And at first everybody was like, whoa, I don't know. And then we started going and it was like, oh, my barber, oh, my seamstress, oh, my dry cleaner, my dentist, my, you know, like this list just started forming. And before long, we had hundreds of types of businesses listed on the sheet. And we've done this exercise before, but internally, but we come back and we revisit it because sometimes we don't realize just how many small businesses we actually support on a day-to-day business, on a day-to-day basis, but also how easy it is to switch and convert our practices or habits over to small businesses. But sometimes we find ourselves challenged by the fact that we don't really know something. And because we don't know something, we don't do it. So what is that something for you? What is that thing out there that you would ask of small businesses? Maybe it's something that you would ask from them as a consumer, or ask of them so that you know how to do it. Or maybe it's something that you're challenged by. Whatever it is, drop it in the comments. And even if we don't answer it today, what we're going to do is we'll make that part of the conversation in the fireside chats. So for tonight, I am going to say good night, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful and fabulous Friday. Don't forget to come back on the replay and drop those comments in. Okay, so I have a question from one of our viewers. So before I go, I'm going to answer that. I want to know how I can support them. And I think that is a really great overarching question that a lot of people are asking right now. You know, the media is pushing it, our president's pushing it, everybody's, you know, talking about it. Our vice president is talking about it. Your credit card is talking about it. I mean, everybody's talking about, we need to step up and support the small businesses, especially with COVID and everything that's happened. And everybody wants to be able to support small, but as consumers, you know, sometimes we don't know how. So the question for all the small business owners out there is, you know, how can I, as your community, best support you? And even if, another question popped up, so I'm going to add it on. Even if I'm not purchasing something, are there ways to support you? And we are going to be talking about so many different innovative ways to start this, especially with the holiday season coming up. Oh my gosh, we have so many things to throw out at you. Different innovations, ideas, ways to connect to the small and local businesses in your community and online. It doesn't, the community, I want to challenge our sense of community. I want to challenge that word, because today, community doesn't just mean within walking distance, right? It's a new world out there. Community means anybody within your circle of need and of want and of desire and of, it used to be back in the old days, communities gathered because there was a need, right? There was a need for protection. There was a need for communal support. There was a need for multiple talents. There was a need for a lot of things. And out of the needs, somebody within the community would fill those needs, right? And now we've become more dependent on corporations to fill those needs. And we've allowed that because technology has improved and all of these things. But we need to find our way back to community. But community doesn't mean what it used to mean. It just doesn't anymore. Community is bigger now. It's connected through lines we can't see. It's connected through spider webs on the World Wide Web, like things that my grandmother would have never even perceived of, right? But that's still community because there's a need and there's somebody who fills that need. And so because of that, that becomes our community. And when we all come together and support each other, then we become a community. And so I want to challenge your ideas of community, and I want to challenge you that there are new and innovative ways to engage with your local and community businesses. I want to challenge you to show up every Wednesday night to Fireside Chats and be a part of the conversation. And let's start talking about some of those new and innovative ways, even if you're not in a place to purchase, how you can best support. And we will see you on Wednesday at Fireside Chats, Community Hour. All right, you guys. Good night. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you soon. Ciao. Thanks for being here.